Good morning to you, Senator. So he called his decision to step aside from his re-election campaign a matter of defending democracy. In fact, he spoke about this election being a matter of saving democracy 7 times in his 11-minute speech. I thought we were past this rhetoric of Trump being a supposed threat to democracy. But what did you make of his remarks?
Well, that's what it was. It was rhetoric. Where was he at 3 or 4 days ago? He was healthy enough to get on national television by himself in front of a camera and tell the American people he was pulling out. He changed his tone very quickly over the last couple of weeks. Basically was told, you're out and we're going to run somebody else. And, you know, he talks about democracy with the open borders and all those things. Outside my window here in the Russell building, we saw the American flag burning at Union Station. We saw the Palestinian flag go up. And we also saw Hamas and ISIS flags in the group of people that were protesting and defacing monuments, memorials, everything else that was going on yesterday. So that is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's America. That's what you're going to be dealt with for the next few years because of the open borders. And it's really a shame. The American people do not deserve this. They need an apology, not something from Joe Biden of, hey, we've done a great job for democracy.
Yeah, I mean, you look at what happened, like you mentioned, outside your window, and the administration said that they were going to unify the country. He talked about it last night, but it certainly doesn't look like the country is unified at all. Earlier, Senator, we were joined by former Pennsylvania Senator Rick Santorum, and he said pretty much the same thing that you said. He also said that this was essentially a campaign speech for Kamala instead of explaining why he was stepping out of the race. Look, he's still going to be president for the next 6 months. Do you think that the media and Americans will continue to question and wonder if he's fit to continue his role?
Well, he's going to be president in name only because he hadn't been president in the last 3.5 years. The deep state machine has been behind him making all the decisions. He hadn't made a decision up there, nor has Kamala Harris. They're figureheads. They work for the socialist, Marxist, one world government group, and that's all it is up here. You can just see the deep state just grinding right now, just trying to get everything in line and start the line on national television with the media now that they've got deep in their pockets. So we got 103 days to an election. The only one really qualified to be president of the United States is President Donald Trump. And I think the American people are going to recognize that with all the shenanigans that have gone on. We had 3 good years with President Trump, and then COVID hit. So we need to give him 4 more years to get this country back on track.
And as we know, Kamala is already hot on the campaign trail. That's why she wasn't there yesterday for Benjamin Netanyahu's speech. She was campaigning in Indiana in front of a bunch of sorority women. And then she just released her first campaign ad this morning, where she wasted no time calling out the Trump-Vance ticket. Take a look at this.
In this election, we each face a question. What kind of country do we want to live in? There are some people who think we should be a country of chaos, of fear, of hate. But us, we choose something different. We choose freedom.
It's interesting, she says, chaos, because that's all the Democrats have been the last 3 or 4 weeks. And the Republicans, they've seemed more united as ever, especially following the RNC, Senator.
Yeah, it was a huge week in Milwaukee, but this is total BS from Kamala Harris. You know, the whole deal here is people should be able to see what's going on. Hopefully they do. Yeah. They don't believe in this rhetoric. You know, for her to be vice president of the United States and not to show up to greet Netanyahu at the airport and then not come yesterday is embarrassing to the American people, our #1 ally. A great speech by Netanyahu. We finally saw some leadership in there. Unfortunately, it wasn't from an American. It was from somebody from another country that's under attack. So this is a disaster that's going to be in place for the next 103 days, but the American people will rise up. They'll understand the difference between right and wrong, and we'll get this corrected and get this country going again.
Yeah, hard to believe we're just about 100 days from the election. All right, Senator Tommy Tuberville, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.